The public sector is a mess despite one of the most popular myths about its failings being smashed to pieces. One of the cherished pillars of conventional, left-wing wisdom has just been comprehensively demolished. For years, a noisy alliance of campaigners, politicians, and trade unionists have argued that the public sector's failings are due to chronic staff shortages and underfunding. According to this fashionable analysis, the only way to reverse the decline is to pump more money into the state and expand its workforce. But such claims are largely a myth. This week, new official figures for the NHS exposed the emptiness of this wailing propaganda about lack of resources. Far from suffering cutbacks, the Department of Health's budget has gone up since 2019 by a whopping £31.5 billion to a total of over £191 billion. At the same time, the number of employees in the healthcare system has now passed 2 million, with over 313,000 new posts created during the same period. Compared to 5 years ago, there are 25% more doctors and nurses, yet the NHS is sliding deeper into crisis. The treatment of patients on trolleys is a symbol of an overstretched system that is unable to cope, despite the increase in its headcount. In fact, the boost in funding and staff has been accompanied by a drastic fall in productivity, down by 19% since the pandemic. We are paying more into the NHS, and getting less in return. The explanation lies in poor management, a reluctance to embrace new technology, outdated working practices, an inflexible centralized command structure, and misguided priorities, like the fashionable. Throughout the public sector, there is the same story of dwindling output along with workforce expansion. Contrary to the endless moans about classroom shortages, there are now 469,000 teachers in our schools, 27,300 more than in 2010. Just as the total of police officers, at 170,000, is a tenth higher than in 2003. Similarly, the number of social workers is up by 15% over the last 5 years, while the number of academic staff in our universities has gone up from 217,000 to 240,000.